Ready, set, action.
Hi guys, welcome to SquareMaxCustoms. Today we're going to be doing Jeep stuff with my dad and my uncle.
What's up? Welcome back to SquareMaxCustoms. Let's get to work on the Jeep 4D. Come on, let's go. We ain't got all day. Well, we just got some engine degreaser. It was on sale at our local parts store. And we got a can of oven cleaner from our Dollar General. So we're just gonna spray that on to clean the diff off. And that way tomorrow when we go to sand everything, we're not sanding grease, we're sanding, you know, metal.
Yay!
Hey, it's hot out there. Look. Freaking that thing's so close. So we got to, hey, that worked really good yesterday. There's still grease buildup and stuff under there. Of course, it ain't gonna take it all off, but boy, I'll show you. There's a big old nasty spot on my ground now. We pushed it forward to let the sun dry the ground off. Look at all that. Can you see it? Am I in the way? I don't know. I'll be able to look at the camera when I'm editing. Oh, chunks. So that's way better. Now we just got to get under there and scrape and sand and wire wheel and do all that fun stuff. Look, this is our select tools we're using this week. We're plug-in power. That way we don't have to freaking charge the battery every 30 minutes. A hammer, some scrapers, you know, a little sander, 80 grit on it. We're gonna go to town. All right. Give me that tape measure, Bubba. We gotta figure out this drive shaft cabacle. Cabacle? Is that the word? Cabacle?
That seems like a good word for it.
That seems like a good word for it. So we measured this before. We went online, and people online told us it was how much too long?
6.5 inches.
6.5 inches too long. Have you ever heard of that? 6.5 inches too long? All right. So we got 81.5. We need 81.5 inches. 6.5 inches too long. Give me that marker. 81.5. And we can't have a one piece. They said they won't warranty it. They won't even make it because it's 6.5 inches too long. There's way too big of a chance of it twisting with this little 123 horsepower 360. So much power behind this thing.
Now,
what?
248.
248 brand new. This thing been ran out of oil so many times. It's like 138 now, brother.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably like 238 when
I
it's...
deleted the smog, so that added like 5.
Well, yeah, I guess, and your AC's gone, so that was like 5 more. All right, well, let's go see what we can find for drive shafts. Well, here's the drive shaft, but that's the front one, and that's way too little. Oh, hey, dude, we got 2 with carrier bearings.
There we go.
Look at. Hold that. About center of the. Yeah. What did we need?
81.5.
105. Woo. All right. We should have brought the paper so we could write some numbers down. Oh, we got another one over here. What's this one from? A 2011 Duramax. It's going to identify as a 2011 Jeep. Around 89 inches. We should have measured your halfway point. You got that 1 bar in there. Let's measure this one. 34.5. Hold it about center of that. No, center of the bracket, yeah. And we'll accumulate for the bend. 54.5. What was the first number?
34.5.
Listen, I'm gonna remember 54.5, and you're gonna remember 34.5. All right, we'll get numbers off of this one. Center. Well, I guess our carry burn's right here. 44. Go center of that busted rubber right there. Ooh, never good to have a busted rubber. What you have, 44? You remember 44, and I'll remember 60. 61's fine. Where'd the... Well, this one's way too short, right?
This is way too short to here, so.
What do you got from the rear end to that bracket? From the rear end to like right here. Yeah. 20, what?
21,
Get to the middle of it.
about 20 on the dot.
20. Okay. Hold up. Oh yeah, from here to here. 57-ish. I'll check the front in a second. Make sure you talk loud. 25, and go to that one.
About 61. Look at that, man. Two of our numbers match.
61.
We have to cut the other side of this down to like 13 though.
Which was, give me that. Where's 61 from here over? Give me that.
Right here.
Heck, well, you have to go down with it. Go down. Down. Something like that, probably. Alright, well, what we're trying to get at is, we got a bunch of drive shafts, and we're going to try to piece one together and then buy, they got a word for it, but I don't really want to say it on camera. So we're going to call it a universal U-joint, where you can get both ends of different size. But there's an old redneck term for it. Well, you guys can Google it if you're really curious. Worst case comes, we're going to cut the end off a couple and try to tack weld it up. And at least we can make one up. I think it was, what, like $600 or $650 or so to make a two-piece drive shaft. So worst case comes, we can still order one. But we have enough scrap laying around here and enough extra drive shafts. I don't see why we can't make something to at least drive around the yard. And then we can always bring that drive shaft to the drive shaft place if it does vibrate like crazy and be like, hey, can you balance this, or can you make us this drive shaft? We'll get there in the future. We're procrastinating. It was wet and damp this morning, so we waited. Now the sun's out and it's really freaking hot, and we don't want to sand in the heat. It's so hot. I'm waiting for parts for the OBS. If you didn't watch that video, go watch it. That was last week's video. So that's sort of on blocks to jack stands. We got jack stands. Go to SquareMaxMerch.com and get yourself a shirt or sticker. That thing's sitting on jack stands in the middle of the shop, so we can't get this in the shop. Oh, hey, look. We're still sort of procrastinating and not sanding like we planned. But you got to understand, all this measurement and planning under here is still work that has to be done. So we got thinking about it. We don't have a fuel tank figured out for this yet. So we're going to take some measurements for that, and hopefully maybe put the Wagoneer tank in here, because that's longer. It held more fuel than the little J10 tank, and it's narrow. So it didn't stick way below the frame. So hopefully that'll work out for us. But yeah.
You see what we have that battle cage on it.
Yeah, it's got a big metal cage on it in case we go off-roading. The J10 tank is plastic, and funny enough, story time with SquareMaxCustoms. When that Jeep was purchased 14 or so years ago, the old farmer dude, young farmer guy we purchased it off of, told us that he filled the gas tank up with gas tank restore. Come to find out, it had like a metal shield on the gas tank, but the gas tank was plastic. So we sort of had issues with that J10 tank for all the years that he did drive it. He went through a lot of fuel filters. So we're trying to lean away from that. Plus the J10 tank was tiny. Like, seriously, it was like a 14 or 15 gallon tank. I'm probably wrong, but it was a tiny tank compared to the Waggy tank. The Wagon just seems so much bigger.
Wagon's 18 and that one was 15.
15 and 18. I'm wrong. That's not a big difference. But 3 gallons will get you out of the woods. Well, look, we dug out a bunch of drive shafts. And right there's another one under it. Wait till you see what we figured out. Maybe. Just maybe. And then I was thinking about it. Why do I have to have it balanced? It's got a carrier bearing with a rubber bushing in there. That's going to act as a freaking balancer right there. It'll take all the vibration out of it. Don't you worry about that. So look, slip joint because rear axle solid yoke. T-case on the Jeep solid yoke. So we got to have a slip point for the drive shaft for when suspension comes down, drive shaft goes in and out. So there's that bad boy. So this end, it's almost perfect, right? This end, from here to there, we go into there, we got to get a bastard joint. Sorry, I didn't want to use that word, but that's what we call it. A universal U-joint to hook into there, and then that's going to reach all the way to right here. So that's like perfect. We'll probably put a 2x2, you know, box tubing or something right there. That way we can drill our holes, and we can bolt this carrier bearing. Hold on. Why you gotta shut off on me? I can't see. Okay, this carrier bearing right here. Right here. So that solves that debacle on that end. So all we have to do is cut a spot from here to here, which was 23, 26 and a half. Look, we wrote it down. 26 and a half. So with our measurements being in the center of our slippage, we still got our 81 and a half. Right there is where we need to be. So we're gonna cut the end off of one of the Jeep original drive shafts. That way we have the same U-joint on this end. And we'll have to do our math here. You know, we'll have to, whatever that piece is, 2 inches, we'll have to cut it back 2 inches. Make our line, and then this is what the factory did. Can you guys see it? Freaking sun, the dark, I'm sorry. The factory just welds the end on. So we figured we'll just weld the end on. So if it's not balanced, that should be the only spot that's not balanced. And that's gonna be right at the tail shaft, 26 inches, and it'll be right on a rubber freaking carrier bearing. So it should be fine. Hey, isn't it weird? We planned to do a lot of sanding and stuff, and we got sidetracked. Maybe we'll end up with a drive shaft. How cool will that be? Look, I got my end off. I gotta clean it up a little bit, but I got it off, so that's cool. This is the first time I've ever done this, but I've seen other YouTubers do it, so I'm pretty much a professional. So I should probably find a chop saw. I think I got one somewhere, an old beat up antique junk one that I found. What's up, Princess?
What's up? So
I don't know where it is, so I'm just gonna draw around it and cut it with a grinder and old death wheel, and it's gonna be good enough. So, what's up, girl? You full from dinner?
Yeah.
Good, good, good.
I can't wait to have her pie.
Yeah, I can't wait for pie either. You shouldn't sit out here on the ground like that.
It's fine.
It's not fine. It's filled with metal slivers and stuff.
Skirt.
I know, but it's a pretty skirt, and you're gonna get it all dirty.
No,
and you're gonna get metal slivers from the garage in it. Daddy was just grinding.
Okay, I'll put like this then. What you doing? Driveshaft?
Yep. I don't know. You okay? Did I get you?
No.
Okay, watch yourself.
I'll probably come to the signs for rain comfortable like that.
Yeah?
What are you doing?
I'll mark this pipe all up. This drive shaft, this old drive shaft from I think a Chevy 2500 HD, I believe. I don't know what else it would be. This drive shaft now identifies as a 1980 Jeep J10 J4D. Factory, baby, factory.
Did you get this scrap off of the truck right beside us?
I don't remember what truck this came off of.
Have the viewers seen the truck?
What one?
This one.
Oh yeah, they saw this one. They should be watching this one this week. Well, last week. That was last week's video. Boom. Okay, I'm gonna cut that with a zip disc, cut wheel, death wheel, whatever you want to call it. And hopefully, I didn't measure it, we're winging it. Hopefully this pipe from the J4D Jeep pickup is the same diameter as this one and we can just tap the end in there. That's the plan, hopefully. Well, I know what this drive shaft came out of. Look. Hold on. Give me a second. I just seen it. 2011 Duramax 4x4. So that's pretty cool. Hey, you ever wonder what was inside a drive shaft? This one's got like a styrofoam tube in there. I've cut them open and there's been like, almost like rags in there, almost like insulation in them before. This is the first one I've ever cut to modify, but I've cut them in half to pull rear ends at like junkyards and stuff. I sanded it down pretty good. Look at, watch this. Yeah, look at, it's just about the same size. We just got to tap it in there and then tap it in there and weld it all up and we got a homemade drive shaft. And like I said, it's got a carrier bearing, so if it does have a little vibration, that'll take it away. Plus, it's going in a Jeep. All Jeeps have a death wobble. You won't even know it's the drive shaft. You'll just, it'll be like a normal day driving a Jeep. It's okay. Okay, the correct term for it is a combination U-joint. And the brother got so excited he already called the parts store and got one on order. So hopefully this drive shaft works. Hey, I don't remember what that old saying is. Like, what is it? Listen to your gut instinct, the first one, and don't double guess yourself. Well, I was telling myself yesterday, Max, you shouldn't really hit that drive shaft like that. You're gonna smash your finger, you should move it. My inner self was like, no, you're fine. You thought about it, you're fine. You ain't got nothing to worry about it. Just freaking smacked my finger with a hammer. Ooh, did it hurt. Luckily, I got an amazing wife, and she wrapped it all up for me. Hey, you guys got a liquid Band-Aid? You just spray it on there, and it forms its own clear Band-Aid. I love that stuff. Got it wrapped up, though, so I don't get welding sparks in it. Hey, the brother's so excited. He putting new plugs in it. He putting a dizzy cap back on it. Maybe, just maybe, don't hold me to this, but maybe it'll start and we'll be able to drive forward and backward for a test run. We don't have a gas tank or nothing, but you know, that's it. It is what it is. We'll figure that out in a little while, maybe. Well, she's all welded up. It ain't the prettiest, but I mean, I'll spray paint it and who's gonna see it under the truck? Like we said, if it does vibrate like crazy, we just bring that drive shaft down to the shop and be like, hey, we need this made, but professionally. So, what are you up to, buddy?
I gotta get these plugs to 0.045.
Oh, because the HEI?
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Look at these babies, bud. Look how.
Look, that one's all screwed up too.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see that? It's got 3 plugs that ain't even...
It's like a -3 gap.
There's no gap to 3 of the plugs.
And the rest aren't even gapped the same.
So she was a 5-banger. That's what you're trying to tell me.
I think she was a 5-banger.
Hey, that's cool. Maybe she'll actually do a burnout when you give her the good old tune-up. Wait, no. We added weight to her and bigger tires.
Yeah, no tires are pricey. I don't want to burn them off, man.
Fine. Fine. You gonna let us down? You're not even gonna try?
I'll try.
I'll try.
I'll try.
Just one. Maybe in the dirt. On a dirt road. Yeah, there we go.
This is a 4x5.
Would you look at that? That thing looks pretty. I mean, I gotta pull the paper towels. That weren't good. But that's not too bad. Brand new drive shaft from SquareMaxCustoms. No guarantees. Brother's out here getting his distributor back in and plug wires and fire in order and all that good stuff. It's freaking raining. Like, it's not 100 degrees out, so that's pretty cool, but it's wet. So I'm not complaining. We can't, we're not. Hey, if anybody was curious from when he was messing with the Wagoneer what was wrong with it when he replaced the carb and the dizzy and all that, ended up being the fuel pump was being intermediate. It was working, and then 15 miles down the road it didn't want to work no more. Funny thing is that was replaced 6 months ago or so. Oh, 8 months ago. But hey, now she's got a brand new carburetor and a bunch of other brand new parts, and he daily drives it, so that's pretty cool.
See how thick the wires are, bud?
They're freaking the size of my pinky. They're insane. Don't worry, don't worry. He will, maybe he won't tidy up under the hood when the truck's
up, man. Look, zippy
look
ties.
Okay, look, he made it all pretty. He zip tied it, he said. It's beautiful.
I got this whip too I can put on. Look over some
Heck yeah, look at that whip. Perfect. This thing's looking good, buddy. All right, well, yeah, the rain sucks. We gotta rig up a fuel tank. We'll probably just redneck and throw something under the hood. We gotta see this thing drive around the yard or something, We should bleed the brakes.
Give her some fuel.
Maybe.
Start, bud.
No, we probably ain't gonna bleed the brakes. We're just driving around the freaking field.
Hey, bud, come check this out, man. Look how they tied up the fuel line. I don't think that was us, because...
Is that you? Did you fix that?
I might have fixed that like that, man.
If one zip tie won't hold
I
it?
never had yellow, though, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember yellow zip ties either. But hey, you ain't got a hose clamp, just use 2 zip ties. And actually, funny thing, that works. It does work.
It does. That's what knife.
I might have did that. I don't know. Pass what?
Knife right there.
Yes, sir. Old turd buster been sanding away under here. Hopefully it don't, flash rust too bad before tomorrow morning. Well, tomorrow midday. Look, I beat on that U-joint, universal joint for like 15 minutes yesterday. I could not get it to budge. I cleaned all in here with a wire wheel. I cleaned all in here with a wire wheel. I even tried a little bit of heat. A hammer, I had a socket in here. I pounded it. It wouldn't even move. Like, it would move just enough to give this extra pressure or no pressure. So, the brother went and rented the tool from our local O'Reilly's. Hey, if you ever need to borrow a tool, you don't want to, spend a bunch of, well, you got to pay them for it. but you bring it back and get all your money back. So when it comes to those kind of tools, that's what I recommend doing. I do have a press. I bought, I don't know if it's garage selling, a Craigslist ad, I don't know. I bought it, but it's in the other side of the shop and it's just filled with stuff, and I think I'm missing a couple pieces for it, and I just never hooked it up. So that works just fine. That was a blast. So I don't want to let you guys all down, but we might not be getting no test run this week. You might have to come back. Brother's already ordered 2 universal U-joints, what are they, conversion joints. And both of them were wrong so far. So we're going to try to bring this big old Kalapalapsu thingy down there, along with one of the tiny little ones from the J series truck, and see what we can do. This thing helped a lot, but it really needed to be longer. So, I don't know, O'Reilly's people, you need to work on making one of these longer, please. Thank you. I got bad news, fellers and fellettes. We can't get the part we need. They said, what are you trying to do? Put this big old monsterish thing right there. Look at it. Completely disappears. It's too big is what we're trying to get at. So, the brother's gonna do some more internet searching, and he's gonna talk to a buddy of his that he works with or worked with to see if he can maybe, you know, find somebody that can build this, make this, somebody that has this. And well, what I'm trying to get at is we're not test driving this week. But that's okay. You just gotta come back. We got other stuff. Maybe we'll go finish sanding the back half of the frame and paint it. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, hey. Look. I haven't given up yet. I really don't want to sand the frame. It sounds really boring. So look. We went and found a whole bunch more drive shafts. Here's the problem. Ain't none of them got the end we need. The reason you ask we can't cut the end off the other one that we already stole the one end off of is because it was a slip joint end. I don't think we can have a slip joint with the carrier bearing and another slip joint. That just don't sound good. It's not a rollback or nothing, you know. So look, we found more out of other Jeeps. Look at the tube. It's freaking bigger. I know it don't look like it through the camera, but it is. Here's another one. The tube's smaller. Here's another one. The tube's smaller. So that's our problem, is none of the tubes are lining up. All we need is one of these ends, but we need it with the right size U-joint. But I just wanted to show you, we're not giving up yet. There's the collection we found. Gonna be sanding soon, man. Okay, hey, how y'all doing? Glad to see you come back. And hey, we don't have the yoke. We can't get the universal joint in that size. We don't have another drive shaft, surprisingly, out of the 15 we have that has the same size end. So what I'm trying to say is we're gonna try to get her running for the first time since we started this build. Because that'll make us feel better. And won't it make you all feel better too to hear her go blah, 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 blah? And just maybe, just maybe, the 4-wheel drive works and we can still see her drive around with a Bluetooth rear drive shaft. Coincidence, I painted the drive shaft blue. All right, Bubba, let's see if we pump fuel first, right?
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's squirting. When you're ready.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Pump or whatever. Yeah. No choke. Oh yeah. A little bit. Yeah. Ready? Yeah. Oh, I think maybe. Yeah. Can't move it the one way, man. Go ahead. Oh, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Oh wait, it's me, we got a fuel leak. All right, so it wasn't a fuel leak per se. Well, it was a fuel leak, but it wasn't a fuel leak. It was where we cut the old lines. The mechanical fuel pump was just pumping out the last little bit of gas that was in the lines. So, let's try this again.
And when you're ready.
All right, Bubba, hold on. Yeah, go ahead. Well, let me get out from in front of it. Go ahead. Up a little bit. Woo. Ooh, start, man. Still pumping gas out. Let it warm up for a minute. Heck yeah, she's running. What do you think? That's cool. You got 4x4?
I don't know, you're trying. She ain't in neutral, Bob. I gotta stall her out, get her in neutral. It's spinning down there.
Well, you should be able to put it in neutral while it's moving.
Will that stop?
Yeah, just put it in neutral. That's a gear. That's reverse.
That's the neutral.
Turn it off. Can you put it 4-wheel drive? Is it lever or is it vacuum?
This vacuum right here. And then I got my 4 high, 4 low neutral switch right here.
Give us like 10 minutes to figure out the freaking... Well, we'll be right back after this commercial break. This thing's 4x4 hasn't worked in who knows how long. So we climbed under it and we're playing with the lever and just trying to get it in 4x4. So we're gonna start it up. Hopefully we're in. We made something move under there. Bubba. Alright, you pull that. Yeah, pull the lever up. Hold up, wait. Go ahead. Which way you go? Go again?
That's up.
Alright, go the other way.
That's down. That's to the floor.
Right there?
As far
Try
as I
it.
can go.
Try it.
That foot back in neutral, remember?
We'll
find out in a second.
Well, make sure it's forward, because if you go in reverse, you're gonna hit something. We don't have brakes.
I went down, so.
Okay. Move your lever a little bit, just a little bit. I'll shut her off again.
She's running out of fuel.
Okay, we'll freaking juice her up in a second. I'm gonna go the other way with this lever.
Going up? As far as up, she'll go this way.
No, hold up.
Well, she'll go further, she'll hit the seat, but. Got you, nothing else.
So, what we did here is we disconnected all the vacuum lines and all the levers. And now we're gonna put it all back together and try to shift it in here manually. And see if we can get front wheel drive. Because you guys didn't know, Jeep J10 crew cabs, they're front wheel drive. Not rear wheel, front wheel. So how was your all week? Did you guys all have a good week? Put it down in the comments. I'll read the comments later and I'll reply when I get a second. Ready? Action! She's gonna go this time, maybe. I don't know. Cross your fingers.
I don't know where we are.
I don't either.
We're definitely not in reverse. Ready?
Yeah. Don't play with that. Where you have that high. You can drive? Are you in gear?
Yeah, I'm in gear. Ready?
Yep. Let's turn it off. Well, it can only go two ways, right?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Get out from under there first.
Go up. Pull your lever. Play with it. Push it down. Nothing? Alright, shut it off. We don't know. It ain't doing nothing. 4 high, 4 low, nothing. Are you ready? I know you are. Just hold on. Me too. All right, let's go.
Ready?
I think. I thought she was gonna go. Give a little gas. I was just playing. Well, look, she runs good. She's not gonna move. Well, she runs okay. She still needs to be tuned in. Shut it off, bud. Unfortunately, she don't drive. You can feel her jumping into gear when you pop her in and out on the transfer case, but that's it. It jumps and that's it. It don't freaking move. So I don't know, but that's it for this week because well, we're running out of weekend. So I hope to see you guys all next time on this adventure. Maybe the brother can find just another end cap and we can make that drive shaft work on the next one. I'm not sure. Appreciate y'all watching. Love y'all.